kid. DC's #1 fat food, Fat Trel. Special shout out to my nigga Mikey T, the movie star. You already know what it do. Squad.
What up, world? This is Mikey T, the movie star. I'm back with another exclusive update in the world of hip-hop. Today, I just got the breaking news. I got the text early this morning that my man Fat Trel, he had contacted COVID-19 in jail. Say Cheese TV actually posted, Washington, D.C. rapper Fat Trel has tested positive for the coronavirus while in jail. This is crazy for me to hear. This is crazy for me to wake up to. Another guy predominantly featured in hip-hop has contacted COVID-19. The difference with Fat Trel and a lot of other people is that Fat Trel actually is currently locked up. Fat Trel is currently locked up for a number of things that I don't really want to get into. He'd gone through a whole lot of different situations in the last few years since his situation with MMG. I could think back to the more positive times when Fat Trel was filming the Future remix with Ross and Tracy T in Miami. And that's one of the one of the times that I had actually spoke with Ross. And Ross really believed in a guy like Fat Trel. You could tell it back then. That day when I spoke to Ross, he said to me, he was like, go film Fat Trel and Tracy T. He's like, go film them guys. Those were Ross's new young boys that actually signed to the label MMG back in the day when we were all running through Club Live and shit. Shout out to my guy Tracy T. I actually did one of his first interviews with MMG. And that day, actually, it was crazy. Fat Trel was something else. He was leaning. Trel was leaning. We actually shot an interview prior to me shooting some of the behind the scenes. Trel was leaned up on a car. I'm going to bring up some footage from the interview and show you. He was like leaned up on a car. And honestly, there was a on the car. I'm just keeping it 100% real with you guys. There was a on the car. It was some of the most gangsta shit I ever been a part of. It was pretty dope because, I be running from hood to hood, and I'm not trying to glorify that type of lifestyle or anything like that, but I'm one of the guys here in the hip-hop community that I pay tribute to the artists who keep it real. And obviously Fat Trel didn't have any big bodyguards to protect him while he was in Miami. You could look back to a lot of what Trel was doing back in those days when he was falling asleep during interviews. He got a couple big checks. He went from the situation that he had with Master P. He was in a situation with Master P and Alley Boy, I want to say, and they had actually, Trel obviously told Master P, let's get Chief Keef on one of these records, and that's when the Slutty Boy movement and GBE actually came together, and Master P actually was there with the single, a dope single. Y'all could go look it up if you just type in Master P and Chief Keef on the internet right now. And then out of nowhere, Fat Trel actually moved over to the MMG brand. Obviously, Rick Ross had taken an interest in Fat Trel. He was one of the dopest rising artists. Even before he was with MMG, he was actually performing in Miami. I think it was Club Central. Yeah, I think it was Central when it might have been the Smokers Club actually when Chief Keef was on the Smokers Club, if I'm not mistaken. But Chief Keef had bought Fat Trel out, and it was and they performed Russian Roulette, and it was one of the dopest performances that I actually ever saw in Miami from this guy on the come up, on the rise. And back when I was in Miami, I was always around the MMG camp, from Gunplay to Young Breed to Mass Pike Miles. I was around a lot of the immediate core members of MMG from back in the day, so I could naturally see how Ross was going to come and get this guy Fat Trel. I just want to send my best wishes to Fat Trel and his family. It's a crazy situation going on right now. Everybody hashtag pray for Gleesh. Fat Trel actually announced it on Instagram himself, and this was posted by Say Cheese TV. It was on his timeline or something like that, and he said, I got the coronavirus. It's crazy. We got a picture here of Fat Trel with he's wearing a matching orange hat and orange pants. You could see some orange shirts there in the back. What do we got here? You got some lemonade mix. He's got his toothpastes. He's got his wipes. Yeah, it looks to me like, look at the shoes that Trel is wearing, and look at the glasses that Trel is wearing. When you saw this picture surface a few months ago, you were like, wow, Trel's in great shape. Trel's doing really great right now, but just to hear this news is really heartbreaking, because Trel is still relatively young. That's going to be something that works in his favor, being young and being able to fight this. But as I've said before, I don't think any man should have to fight this type of a condition from a prison cell. You're not going to get me to not believe that. But I appreciate everybody tuning in for this update on Fat Trel. Free Fat Trel, get Fat Trel healthy. Hashtag pray for Gleesh. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This is Mikey T, the movie star. Everybody that's watching, if you go over to Instagram and follow me at Mikey T _ the movie star, I'm going to follow everybody back in association with this video. All right, everybody, I respect y'all for tuning in.